Hey, we're back. We're on. We're happening. It's the 7:34. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Jason DeRusha. Nice to have you here. Hope you had a good. Did you have a good weekend? Was it all right? I'm waiting. Tell me about it. I can't hear you. Let's show you the forecast. Just trying to see if everybody's up. You know, Mondays can be tough, right? This one should feel pretty good. You had a nice day yesterday. The weather was really good. And today, hey, let's do it again. We enjoyed yesterday. Now, here's some of the farce of like this TV station. Yesterday was a top 10 weather day. Today, the weather watcher is white, which means it's pretty much the same bit. Today, nothing. No fanfare, no hoopla. Riley, why isn't today a top 10 weather day? They decided against it. Well, apparently the weather department is. There are only so many. Yeah, that's true. The weather department is like my parents. Like, how come? Well, that's what we decided, Jason. Why don't you just say the things and do the news? Fine. Let's talk about this. This morning we are waiting to hear the official announcement from Washington's NFL team. They are going to change the name. How about this, right? Washington, for years, has been belligerent and has said, no way, we're not getting rid of the nickname. Their nickname is the Redskins. It is, many consider it to be a slur. Native Americans don't like the name, largely. Some have said, we're fine with it, they're honoring us. But most have said, come on, this is a racist slur, get rid of it. Since the death of George Floyd, advertisers have stepped up and said, no way, you got to change it. And so they are. Today they will announce they're changing it. They may or may not announce the new name. That we don't know. But we're asking you to put on your thinking caps, what should Washington's NFL team be named? You can go funny with this. You can go serious. Maybe you have the odds have the Red Tails or the Presidents as the top picks. So weigh in on Facebook, the WCCO TV Facebook page. We'll share some of your thoughts coming up in just a couple minutes. Let's get you to our top news stories today. And the COVID dial is turning a little bit more today for thousands of Minnesotans. Couple different fronts where we're seeing action. Several Hennepin County libraries are going to be open to limited services. Augsburg Park, Champlin, Nokomis, Northeast Minneapolis. You'll be able to go into those libraries. Day services resume for adults with disabilities. And long-term care facilities are going to be allowed to have some visitors. If you're a designated caregiver, you will be able to go in and hug your loved one with PPE restrictions, all of that. But face-to-face encounter is going to be really special. In Minnesota and Wisconsin, this weekend was not good. Okay, cases dropped on Sunday compared to Saturday, but in Minnesota, we've seen about a 10-day stretch that's been going up. Minnesota, 715 new cases. When you see those cases in the 6, 7, 800, that is significantly higher than where we've generally been hanging out. Wisconsin had 3 days of record new cases, and it dropped on Sunday to 770 confirmed cases, but still bad. On Saturday, it was 920. So we're kind of watching this to see what's going on. Is this a blip? Is this a trend? We don't know. Monday cases are often lower. There seems to be more data, less data rather, coming in on Monday. So we'll watch it and we'll update you. Cases are exploding across Florida. My goodness. More than 15,000 new coronavirus cases in just one day. That is a new nationwide record. Disney World still opened up. I was kind of surprised by this, but Disney World trying to show that they can be safe even in an environment with a lot of new cases. They opened on Saturday, temperature checks, visitors have to wear masks. Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios scheduled to reopen on Wednesday. Minnesota lawmakers returned to the Capitol for a second special session today. Last month's 9-day special session, I don't know, how else can you characterize it but calling it a flop? No major legislation was adopted. The future of policing will be front and center again. Pretty much Democrats want major reform to policing. Republicans have proposed some steps. Democrats say not far enough. Death of George Floyd has dramatically heightened the tensions and passions. This has already been hypercharged and partisan, just talking about the bonding bill that's up for discussion and relief because of riots and coronavirus. So lots of work to be done. There's been lots of negotiations over the weekend, so we'll see if something gets going. One man's journey after walking hundreds of miles across the country, motivated by the death of George Floyd. Terry Willis from Alabama. He spent 6 weeks walking from Alabama to Minneapolis. Look at this crowd. He left Mall of America yesterday morning. Final leg of his journey, hundreds of people with him. His final destination, the George Floyd Memorial at 38th in Chicago. Willis said the video of Floyd made him want to highlight the need for change, justice, and equality.
I feel great. I feel good. I feel all the love. I feel all the support from my people right here, right now. I've never felt this, and I feel it right now.
Special honor at the finish line. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey declared yesterday Terry Willis Day. Nice. We learned overnight that actress Kelly Preston has died. Her husband John Travolta shared that news. Preston has been battling breast cancer for 2 years. She was 57. Ford Bronco is back. Tonight, Ford is going to unveil new models of its popular SUV 24 years after it last rolled off the assembly line. Ford originally planned the launch for last Thursday, and then people said, you know what that is? That's O.J. Simpson's birthday. In 1994, the nation watched as police chased Simpson in a white Ford Bronco down that Southern California highway. Ford wisely shifted the release date today. Minnesota Wild report to training camp today, getting a couple of weeks off. Preparation in before they go up to Edmonton to face Vancouver. The team released this video of Matt Dumba riding through Lake Street, kind of taking in the aftermath of the unrest following George Floyd's death.
You know, minority-owned businesses, some of my favorite spots on the street are those smaller joints. But, you know, I feel a sense of, like, strength because of it, too, because I know I want to be a part of rebuilding this and giving back to the community.
Yeah, last week, Dumba launched his own initiative to help in the rebuilding of Lake Street. The Wild and the NHL both donated $50,000. Dumba pledged to match donations up to $100,000. We have the video and the link to his nonprofit at WCCO.com. If you're missing the NBA, maybe this toddler can provide your fix. 2-year-old Lee in China, yes, has become an internet sensation for his hoop skills. Take a look. Nothing but net. Little Lebron, look at him go. His dad with the hoop walking down the street, looking at his phone. That's parenting in 2020, isn't it? His dad initially posted the videos just to kind of share it as think it was cute. Now he has 400,000 followers, probably 6 agents, a shoe deal. Why not? Pretty good. Hey, Minnesota United won yesterday, too. First professional sports action. It was fun to watch. The United scored 2 goals in extra time, coming back to win it. So that was exciting, too. Let's talk about Washington, the NFL football team. Many years we've covered the protests that have happened over at the Metrodome or U.S. Bank Stadium whenever the Vikings played Washington, obviously the large Native American population here in Minnesota. Big protests over the names, and it looks like today the name change will be announced. We asked you to weigh in on what you think a good name for Washington would be, and Becca says the Washington legislatures. That'd be fun. Like, think of the mascot opportunities there, the cheers, the chants, the headlines when they do nothing. Washington River Riders. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty good. Here's Janelle, the Washington Cherry Blossoms. Not the toughest connotation there, but beautiful. Red Tails, the Warriors. Yeah, you wonder if they'll choose something with that. I think the Warriors seems likely, even though that still seems close to a Native American connotation. But you have You got to work things out with Golden State, perhaps. The Washington Diplomats, says Michelle. I like this one on Twitter. Someone said the Washington Rhinos, where you got to play on words. You have the rhinoceros, but you also have the Republican in name only, the RINO. So very good. Thanks, everybody. We'll see, right? We'll, of course, have the updates for you on what if they announce a new name and when they announce that they're doing a change. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you back here again tomorrow for more local news and weather on the 734.